Hello, fellow Murdlers. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have the confusing case of the murdered famous bear, and we have three 3x3 grids with suspects, weapons, and locations. Let's check out our statements today. We have three statements, one for each suspect, and as always, one of these must be a lie and the other two must be true. Whomever is lying will be our murderer today. So let's go ahead and meet our suspects. We have Deacon Verdigris, Chef Aubergine, and Principal Applegreen. The weapons today are a venomous spider, a brick, and a pencil. And the locations today are the entrance gate, the hot springs spa, and the high-end tent. Alright, so let's check out our only two pieces of clues and evidence. Deacon Verdigris had never been in a high-end tent, so we can put an X here for Deacon Verdigris in that location. And analysts discovered traces of a weapon made of wood on the clothing of the Principal Applegreen. I'm going to assume that's the pencil, but let's just double check that nothing else was made of wood. Nope, so we can go ahead and assign the pencil to Principal Applegreen. Alright, that's it for clues and evidence, so let's go ahead and check out our statements. Chef Aubergine brought a venomous spider. Nothing necessarily that suggests that must be true or must be false. And Chef Aubergine at the hot springs spa, again, seems like it could be true. And a brick was at the entrance gate. Okay, so these are all very different from one another. There's no overlapping, like two people being at the hot springs spa or anything like that. So I think for this one, we're going to need to go one by one and assume each is a lie and see if we can force the other two to be true. So let's start with this. So making this a lie or taking the inverse of this statement, we would say that Chef Aubergine did not bring a venomous spider. Before I put that in, I'm just going to hit save for the current state right now. And then I'm going to say Chef Aubergine did not have the spider, which would give Chef Aubergine the brick. So then these two must be true, and here's where we can see this doesn't work, because if Chef Aubergine has the brick, then the brick would need to be at the entrance gate, or Chef Aubergine would need to be at the hot springs spa, and this would also be a lie, or this could be a lie and this could be true. But either way, it creates another issue of a second lie. So we know that can't be true. So I'm going to go ahead and hit recycle here. And we're going to go back to this original state. But now we can say Chef Aubergine must have brought the venomous spider. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save here. Oh, by the way, I've been noticing some of the comments or also some of the notes on Reddit. People will see kind of like these intros. If you notice, I just skip over them when I'm reading these out because these are all just kind of filler. None of them have anything to do with anything. So there's no additional information here. This is the meat of the clue or the statement, and nothing else matters. You should not take into consideration any of these intro pieces. They're just, they're just kind of like character building. All right, so this means that if this is true, then Deacon Verdigris must have the brick. So let's go ahead and hit save now with all the information we've gathered from that first statement. So now let's test this one. So we're going to say Chef Aubergine was not at the hot springs spa, and that means a brick must be at the entrance gate. So let's see, Deacon Verdigris must be at the entrance gate, and that would mean that Principal Applegreen was at the hot springs spa, and this is looking good. So I think we have our murderer. I think it's Chef Aubergine with the venomous spider in a high-end tent. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Venomous spider and a high-end tent. So I'm going to flip these over, but before I see if we were right, real quickly, I'm going to reset this once more, and let's just play around with this. Let's just try to make this the lie. So let's say the brick was not at the entrance gate. So then Deacon Verdigris was not at the entrance gate, so Deacon Verdigris was at the hot springs spa. And immediately we know that can't work because Chef Aubergine would then also be lying. So let's reset that. And again, we are going to say Chef Aubergine was not at the hot springs spa, and a brick was at the entrance gate. Applegreen was at the hot springs spa, and Aubergine was in the tent. I'm going to quickly fill out the rest of this, but this is our solution. All right, there's everything all filled out. So again, we have Chef Aubergine with a venomous spider in a high-end tent. Let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.